This is my second upload for today, and as I've been discussing these human rights violations, the most sinister and sordid aspect of these violations is from a spiritual perspective. As I've updated about the spiritual violence I've been experiencing as a light worker that was on a spiritual journey, this collective that I'm referring to have perpetrated the most serious offences against spirituality. Um, as the human rights stipulate, the faith, religion, or spirituality of a human being isn't ever to be violated, regardless of other people's beliefs and opinions, and basically when it doesn't affect another human being. I've been taught in the faith of religion and Catholicism. There have been Catholics in this community that have perpetrated very serious offences and that have claimed very dangerous falsehoods. My light body as an angelic being was very seriously damaged. There have been gifts and blessings of mine that were damaged in this assault, and the individuals that are guilty have tried to claim the most outrageous and nonsensical falsehoods. With regards to my marriage, there was also very serious speculation and assumptions by the individuals that have been constantly intruding and violating my rights. The individuals that are guilty of these offences have considered themselves within the authority of deciding about another human being's nuptials that they have no interaction with or knowledge of, and that they had no involvement with. So basically, my marriage that I planned was of my faith, and there are individuals that have intruded and caused very serious dangers to individuals as a part of their vendetta to falsify and negate my nuptials and my experience of birth, and etc., etc., etc. Now, these people, this collective, not only have they been stalking me, not only have they been perpetrating spiritual violence to an angelic light body, and not only have they been masquerading as crusaders for their cause in hate crime, and not only have they been perpetrating the falsification of facts and involving agencies and establishments that have no business ever being around me. I have not committed any mortal sin or any harm or offences against other individuals, but there are very neurotic and very unstable and unhinged individuals that are guilty in this vendetta of hate crime that have actually attempted to relay information that is completely fabricated. My faith is none of anybody else's business. My nuptials and my birth of the birth of my son is no one else's business either. There have been superstitions by these individuals in society talking about evil eye and talking about marriage that I would have no knowledge of, marriage ceremonies that I wouldn't have any knowledge of. They've also been practicing, you know, these, I can't describe how sinister it is, but the violations are so serious. These people that are trying to falsify the facts of this situation due to the issue of property and my legal rights have gone too far. They have had a little bit of vendetta, a vindictive vendetta, and caused very serious harm to an innocent life. They are now in the process of perpetrating further offences against an atheist, as I consider myself, and there isn't any offence against anyone for being an atheist or having those kind of beliefs, and it isn't of anyone else's business. But this is what damage is being done to human rights. There have been the issues of people withholding information and involving people that have no business being involved with me at all. Um, the individuals that have turned their lives around since they perpetrated these offences and this vendetta have actually worsened this situation. These people are facilitating rape and facilitating injustice. These people are facilitating child molestation. These people are facilitating financial abuse. These kind of offences are all very, very sinister, and their end game, their end goal is not for the betterment of society. The lies that have been relayed and the controversy that people have tried to, perpetrate without involving the person that they are victimizing and violating is very dangerous. The tactics have been from a legal perspective. The legal violations and obstruction of justice that I'm experiencing is absolutely horrendous. The financial exploitation with regards to the technological advancements that have been involved in this situation have also been very serious, and the consequences of bodily integrity have also had a part to play in all of this also. So that's the legal perspective, and that's the humanitarian perspective. There's also the issue of how they have tried to use mental health matters as a means of detaining a person like myself, a victim of their hate crime, and basically making a nuisance of themselves. Now, with the spiritual violations being perpetrated, these individuals think that they are also going to impose sanctions and damage and cruelty because of their agenda and their ill-serving agenda, I might add. I think for any woman to try and portray that she is ever, something that she's not, and trying to use false information, false images, etc., etc. This is absolutely horrendous what's going on in Tralee, County Kerry, Ireland. And the fact that the people stalking and imposing and violating my privacy and thinking they're making decisions and getting away with it after what has been done to an innocent woman and an innocent mother and a deserted wife is absolutely scandalous. To facilitate any spouse or any partner in negating his position or her position in any kind of a partnership is highly offensive. So this matter is gone beyond a joke. People have become absolutely neurotic about their publicity stunt and their vendetta of how to perpetrate further violations against me. So basically, as an atheist that has suffered very serious spiritual violence, and as a victim of individuals that are quite neurotic in society, that have done very serious damage to innocent life, the authorities and the politicians are not facilitating a very positive agenda. The humanitarians and human rights agencies that I've contacted that have been prevented from assisting me since this has all been occurring is typical of these people that have been playing ball and mind games and violating bodily integrity and manipulating and influencing other people's perspectives and opinions and better judgment about a situation that is highly insulting and highly offensive and highly immoral. So, as an atheist, from a spiritual perspective, this situation has gotten a little bit more dangerous. There isn't any other woman that's ever able to claim to have been a mother to any person or any being that has been birthed in on this planet. There isn't any other woman that's able to superimpose her images onto a wedding photo or anything of the sort. And there aren't any other women that are able to falsify documents that involve identity theft, property theft, financial theft, spiritual theft, etc. In any kind of acceptable situation. So the government that are aware of this and that are facilitating this, and the spirit